For the most part, every single moment you see in a movie is intentional. Everything is mapped out and things are planned and rehearsed for months. However, sometimes things happen that the director didn't plan for, and in these cases they are likely cut from the movie. But in some cases, they are left in if they add something unexpected to the scene. These are the top 5 horror movie moments that weren't meant to happen. Let's jump in. In at number 5, the Amityville Horror, Crew Shadow. Now I remember this particular moment from the 1979 Amityville Horror, and it never crossed my mind that this wasn't intentional. But I have been proven wrong. It certainly wouldn't be the first time. Released in '79 and directed by Stuart Rosenberg, the Amityville Horror is a supernatural horror that follows the Lutz family, who purchase a new home which is haunted by evil forces 1 year after a horrific murder spree took place in the home. Now this is the first film based on the Amityville Horror, and it is arguably the best and scariest. One scene in particular that haunts many viewers involves Father Delaney, a priest who attempts to bless the haunted home. While in the bathroom of the home, Father Delaney finds himself facing off against a swarm of flies. Not before long, the door to the bathroom swings open with a voice whispering, "Get out." It's a creepy scene on its own, but add in one small moment and it gets even more terrifying. Just mere moments before the door swings open, there is a dark shadow that appears in frame and then disappears. Now, everyone thought this was very much intentional, with it appearing to be the shadow of a malevolent spirit. However, we were wrong, with it being confirmed to be a piece of camera equipment that made it into the shot. Or a crew member. They didn't confirm that part. Stuart Rosenberg left it in simply because it added ambiguity to the scene. Before we jump into number 4 though, be sure to hit that like button, really helps us out a lot. In at 4 we have The Descent, Crew Member. The Descent is a terrifying movie on its own, but you add in this unexplainable appearance by a random person and it makes everything that much more terrifying. Released in 2005 and directed by Neil Marshall, The Descent is a British horror movie that follows 6 women who go caving 1 year after Sarah, our protagonist, lost her husband and child in a car accident. The caving trip was supposed to be cathartic, however it turns deadly when the group become trapped and hunted down by humanoid creatures living inside of the cave. The movie is a horror but also a psychological thriller, with you never quite being sure what is happening or if it's real, or if everything is in the mind of our protagonist. The ending of the movie certainly hints to this. Now, in Neil Marshall's commentary for the movie, he admitted that the pale face that appears at around the 25-minute mark in the film is actually a crew member who accidentally got caught on camera. However, this worked in the director's favour, with many viewers believing we were just getting our first subtle glimpse of the humanoid cave dwellers. Because the face is faint enough, it works perfectly in the movie, adding more horror to an already terrifying film. If you had noticed it when watching, you would have definitely thought it was a cave dweller hidden intentionally, but no, just a crew member who didn't get out the shot. Coming in at number 3 we have Scream, The Phone Hit. Now there is a moment in this iconic 90s horror slasher that had many people laughing. It's an exchange between 2 of the revealed Scream killers, or Ghostface killers, Stu and Billy Loomis. Released in 1996 and directed by Wes Craven, Scream follows a group of high school students. Specifically Sydney Prescott, a teenager, is hunted down by the mysterious Ghostface killer a year or so after the death of her mother. The Ghostface killer roams around Woodsboro town, specifically the high school, killing all of Sydney Prescott's friends. So we want to uncover who the killer is. Spoilers ahead, it turns out to be 2 killers. Sydney's boyfriend, Billy Loomis, and then Billy's best friend, Stu. Now, in one particular scene when the reveal happens and then Stu and Billy start stabbing each other because they're psychopaths, Billy throws a phone and it hits Stu on the head. His reaction is genuine, which surprised a lot of people because I thought this was scripted. No, the phone actually hit the actor on the head and it hurt him, and his squeal is real. That's funny. Wes Craven ended up leaving this part in the movie because it added to the already psychopathic scene. The 2 characters are crazy and this moment in general was crazy. It just makes it even more funnier knowing that this wasn't scripted at all and that the actor was in genuine pain. I love when people are in pain. Coming in at number 2 we have The Cabin in the Woods, Merman Blood. We have somehow managed to go from never discussing The Cabin in the Woods to somehow referencing it in almost every video. This is not intentional, it just fits into a lot of different categories, including this one. Released in 2011 and directed by Drew Goddard, The Cabin in the Woods follows a group of college students who head to a remote cabin in the woods for a weekend getaway. However, things quickly turn into a bloody battle for survival for the group when backwoods zombies zombies emerge and attempt to kill them all. Now, it is revealed quite early on in the movie that the zombies are being controlled by an underground organization who are manipulating all of the events unfolding in the movie. They must sacrifice people each and every year to appease the gods living beneath the surface, and if they don't, the gods will rise up and destroy the world. So you kinda gotta do what you gotta do. Now, the movie is quite clearly over the top, especially when two of the college students find their way into the organization's headquarters, and the monsters housed within are released, with creation turning on creator. Throughout the movie, one of the technicians in the organization keeps referencing the merman, a creature he wants to see in action. However, he gets his wish at the end of the movie when it is released. And attacks him. He is mauled to death with the blood spurting out through the blowhole of the creature. It's all very dramatic, but oh so fun. Now, the blood spurting out through the blowhole was actually a mistake though. It was never supposed to happen. Originally, the merman was never supposed to spurt anything, but the special effects technicians convinced the director to give it a try. So they ended up just dumping their entire surplus supply of fake blood into the creature, resulting in this crazy over the top moment. This was a case of a happy onset accident that actually made the moment better than it already was. And finally, in at number 1, we have Twilight Zone Vic Morrow. Now, this number is definitely a little different to our prior ones and much more upsetting and unfortunate, that's for sure. Released in 1983 and directed by John Landis, Twilight Zone the movie is a science fiction horror movie and a cinematic interpretation of the television series of the same name, which was created by Rod Serling. Many were excited for the movie, however it managed to gain notoriety before its release due to a horrific accident that took place during filming, involving a stunt helicopter which crashed and took the lives of actor Vic Morrow and 2 of his co-stars. This ultimately led to years of civil and criminal action and was in turn responsible for new procedures and safety standards in Hollywood. No one was found guilty or liable for the accident which took place. Now, the co-stars were hired illegally and were being paid under the table, with many of the crew remaining hush-hush about what was going on. The entire thing was very sketchy, which made people even more angry when the accident took place. Now, like I said, no one was found liable, with director John Landis and other defendants, including producer Steven Spielberg, being acquitted of involuntary manslaughter. The parents of Morrow's co-stars sued for an undisclosed amount, as did the children of Vic Morrow. Many believe the movie should never have been released because of this, and honestly, I couldn't agree more. It's tainted. I also feel the same way about The Crow. An amazing film, but it's haunting to watch. The actor literally died while filming it. I don't want to watch it. Well, there we have it. Do you guys agree with our list? Were there any horror movie moments that we missed? Leave us all your thoughts and feelings in the comments down below, and perhaps we can do a part 2. Before I go though, I just want to respond to a few comments on one of our last videos. Top 5 underrated horror movies from the 90s. Brent Hillier said, Lucy's giggle is the most adorable thing ever, like a scary pit bull that suddenly gives a doge grin. I mean, I don't intentionally mean to giggle. I never wanted anyone to hear my giggle. But it happens, and you're welcome. I'm cute as f sometimes. Bedsword is the name said, Stir of Echoes is the most underrated horror movie in my belief. I couldn't agree more. No one talks about Stir of Echoes. Kevin Bacon's finest work. And now what's he doing with his life? Doing EE commercials in the UK. Is it EE? What's it called? That phone commercial. Anyway, he's always on the phone. Carlos Sharamillo said, Lucy's reactions are so adorable. Thank you. Apparently a lot of you think I'm cute. I'm not trying to be cute, I'm trying to be scary. The SMQ said, prayers to all the gods for Queen Lucy's PS5. Well, I didn't get the PS5 on that day. The day I filmed the video I'm grabbing comments from. It was PS5 release day, or at least some kind of release. I never got it. I tried, I didn't get it. Anyway, I'm still upset. I'm trying to win the PS5 at my own company's giveaway. I'm probably not gonna get it. Downfalls being management. I can't win. YouTube username said, new drinking game, drink every time Lucy says however and drunk. I know, I say however all the time. It's my favorite transition word. Is that what you'd call it? However? Yeah. However is the best word. I feel like not many people use it a lot. Enough, I mean. However. I'll however until I die, okay? Tim Duplessis said, Lucy, how come you don't say let's jump in anymore? I need consistency in my life and it is freaking me out. Okay. For this one I did say let's jump in just for you because I felt bad. I changed up my style of my intros, okay? But I'm sorry. I know you all love when I say let's jump in, so I'm gonna continue doing it even though I'm not supposed to. What? Shh, don't tell. And on that note, if you haven't already, be sure to give this video a big thumbs up, and until next time, I'll see you later. I'll see you in the new year though, suckers, because I'm gone. 1 year after 1 year after a horrific together is tough to say. 1 year after a horrific murder. 1 year after a horrific murder. The movie is a horror, but also a psychological thriller, with you never quite sure. Huh? With you never quite sure if what is happening. That doesn't make sense. Coming in at number 3, we have Scream. Oh, I didn't script it. Oh my god.
The phone hit.
I didn't script this number. Should I wing it?
I say yes.
Okay, I just need to know what year it was released. Oh my god, I'm gonna wing it for my first time.
Here, I'll pause the rolling.
Okay. Coming in at number 2, we have Scream, The Phone Hit.
It's at number 3.
It's at number 3, not even 2. That had people laughing. Yeah, we were laughing. Were we laughing? Yeah. Specifically, Sidney Prescott, a teenager is This is hard. The Ghostface killer roams around Woodsboro, killing everyone. This is hard. The Ghostface killer roams around the town, killing everyone. Kills Sidney's friends. Hell. Does that make sense?
I like it.
Yeah. Okay, I'm so sorry, editors. Whoever has to edit this video.
They're gonna make you edit it.
Oh, I'm gone. I'm sorry. I'm out of the country. Okay.